Hello my crafty friends, it's Ellie from Periwinkle Matilda. Let me just move this a little bit. And today we're going to be using an Amazon packaging. This is a recycle this mailer just like a box. And this is packaging that came to me from Amazon, and I just pulled the stickers off. There's a little bit of holes and stuff, but that's okay. And we're going to make a journal cover for Dorothy Rose journal that I'm going to start working on today. And I've not used one of these Amazon packages before. I have used other packaging from Amazon, but not this particular one. So I kind of have an idea in mind. I like the way it's crinkly. I like the noise it makes. And I'm just going to, I hope I'm in frame here, I'm just going to cut this open. So it's open on 3 sides. Like that. So you get a nice big piece. It's really big and long. And I'm just going to take one of my journal pages. And of course I'm going to cut the white border off. And I'm just going to use it as a guide. Just feeling this to make sure. Yeah, it's okay to use as the spine. This is going to be a 1 signature type of journal. And I might even be able to just use it like this. I think I'll cut the length first, and then I'll cut the width. So I want the type of journal cover that folds over, wraps around. I'll show you. Just trying to decide how big I want this to be. I think it needs to be that big. Well, we'll start off with it that size. And I want to be able to wrap this around to about there, I guess. So I'm going to cut this piece off first. Actually, I'm going to save this. I like the crinkly. I'll do something with it. And then I'm going to cut this off. I may make it a little bit smaller just to get it started. And actually I want to cut it here. Okay. Yeah. Like that. And then Then I'm going to cut it, since it's not straight. I'm going to cut it like that. Hi, Tabitha. Let's see how well this cuts. Probably not very well, this thick, but let's see. Yeah, no, but at least it gives me a line that I can follow. Then the other one. Hey, Willow. Willow decided he needs to check it out too. If she can, he can. Okay. Okay, Willow, you can get down. All right. Let's even this up. Then I think I need to just even this up to make sure it's straight. I'll check this side. Okay. So it'll go like that. This is going to fit in nicely. I don't know if I had it this way. Yeah, I think I had it this way actually. So it fits. Yeah, like that. Okay. So now I want to just want to round this corner. I don't know if my hole punch is going to work for this, or my crocodile is going to work. Okay, so far it looks like this. I'm thinking that maybe, I think maybe I needed a little bit smaller here. cut that. Cut this again, the corner. Doesn't really want to work on this paper. Okay. Yeah, I like that. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with some felt. Give it a layer of felt to make it a little bit softer. And then I'm going to cover it with some vintage, over top of that, I'm going to cover with some vintage cross stitching that has some roses and flowers on it that I think will be appropriate for Dorothy Rose. Okay, so I'm going to cover the outside with just some felting, just some white felting. Probably won't get this all in frame, but I'm just cutting the felting the size of my cover. Okay, so this is the outside of the cover, and I'm just going to use some Fabri-Tac. I am going to be doing sewing. You can use a PVA glue if you want. I just like to use Fabri-Tac when I'm using fabric. I'm just going to glue it down. Just gluing a little at a time. It's going to be a nice crinkly cover. I love it. That was the first thing I thought of when I received this packaging was, ooh, crinkly. Definitely going to use this for a journal cover. Good thing about felt is it stretches, so I should have cut it a little bit bigger than I did. That's okay. So when you make it, cut your felt bigger than the surface that you're covering, and then you can just cut it down after it's dry, after you glue it down. That's what I should have done. But this works too, because it stretches. Kitten getting into everything. Okay. So we got that done. I'll just trim it down. Neaten it up, and actually I'm cutting into my cover and I don't like that. Sometimes it can't be helped. See if you can see me here. The cover's kind of long, so it's hard to keep it in frame. But I did cut the felt a tiny bit wider, so I'm just neatening it up. So I'm going to name this video part 1 of making the cover, and it will probably be 2 parts. Okay, so we got that first layer on. And now, this is a big tablecloth, so it's a little bit on the awkward side for this small craft table, but I'll do my best and try to get it in frame. And let's see. I would like to have this part as the front. Let's see. Let's see this side. Yeah. So I'll have this as on the front cover. Sorry guys, it's kind of awkward. But I'm just trying to figure out how long I need to cut it. just go ahead and I'm going to cut it this way. Okay. So we got rid of most of that bulk, which is good. I'm going to have this hanging down. I think I will cut it. Like that. Have it like that. And then I'll probably cut it because we want some to be able to flip over to the inside. And then okay, so I want to cut it leaving about an inch around the whole perimeter. So I'll just cut it down. Kind of want it centered, but I'm also going to be putting a hole for the tie. So I think that looks nice like that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down just a little bit more. Hold on a sec. I'm just going to put my kitty out because she's getting into my sewing machine. All right. So I'm just going to glue this down just to get it started. And I did round this corner, but it's not going to show because of the material that I'm going to be putting down. So I didn't really need to do that. That's okay. So I'm just mitering the corners. And actually rounding the corners did kind of make it easy too. See, it's still kind of rounded. So yeah, I do recommend that you do that. If you want rounded corners, go ahead and do that. I like that little bit of embroidery. I'll save that. Okay. Let's see about the corner here. Okay. I'm going to be covering the inside with something. I don't know if it's going to be paper or material. Probably be paper. I usually do the inside and papers with paper. This one down. so I didn't smooth that out. But that's okay. It's going to be covered anyway. So if you smooth it out, then it doesn't seep through. Okay, and one more corner. Sorry, keep going out of frame here. I will fix the corners later. Do a little bit better job with the corners later. But let's see what we have so far. Of course, it's going to be firmer with the paper in the inside as well. So I just need to make this look a little better. And I do want to make it look rounded, since the other one is rounded. So there. Okay, so that's our cover so far. And I didn't make this hang down, but that's okay. It looks fine like that. So that's the cover so far. I'm going to decide what paper to put in the inside. I'm going to glue the paper down in the inside, and then I'm going to sew all around the perimeter, probably up both sides of where it folds. And then I'll come back and show you what's been done and what needs to be done some more. So that this will be it for this part 1. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day and you come back for the part 2. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified of when the part 2 is up, and all other upcoming videos that I have planned. So thank you so much for joining me today. Stay safe and well and all that good stuff. Until the next video. Bye-bye, friends.